I do want to talk about extraordinary scenes we've seen on US campuses. Now, we thought our universities were bad when it comes to some of the wokeism, and we've seen some horrific scenes over the recent years, just in things like students shutting down free speech, shutting down, women, talking about women's rights when they're trampled on by trans rights, and we have seen, and climate change and things like that. But I have to say, things have erupted onto a different scale, particularly in American universities, over Gaza, and the demonstrations we've seen by supposedly pro-Palestinian activists, but the intimidation of Jewish students, the shouting of genocide at people. Jewish students being told in some cases by some of their leaders that you need to stay off campus at Columbia University. It's not safe. We cannot guarantee your safety. We've had this at Harvard, but we've seen it at Columbia and other universities. And basically, it looks like the authorities have finally had enough. The intimidation is so shocking. Police have been going in. The National Guard, even one university, sent in to the military, basically, sent in to clear these tents of people. What I think is such a giveaway of these people is that we're all wearing masks. Why are you wearing a mask on a demo? That's always the giveaway to me. But also, they're absolutely horrified by what is happening to the children of Gaza, civilians in Gaza, and I completely understand their concern on that front. Any child dying in war is a terrible, terrible thing. But they don't seem to have any concern for any other children dying in any other wars, including, by the way, other Muslim children in Yemen and elsewhere, and Uyghur children in China. Across the Middle East, they have no concern of that. But they do seem to always have a concern when Israel's involved. And why on earth should a Jewish student feel intimidated by people protesting against a foreign war, unless what they're really protesting about is Jews?
Yeah, and you're exactly right. We don't see them protesting about the Ukrainian children being stolen by the Russians and Russia being taken to the International Criminal Court over this and indictments against Putin. So they really don't care. But I put this back to, if you remember in December, there was the presidents of 3 of the main universities in the United States were brought in front of a congressional assembly, and that was the universities were Harvard, Pennsylvania, and MIT, and they refused to define what was meant by anti-Semitism, and were very woke in everything that they were doing. And if you're getting the people at the top not clamping down on issues that are going to be exploited, then they get exploited. And what we're seeing are these student rebellions going on, because they are rebellions, but there's a lot of external influence coming in and stimulating them, because people on the outside go, we've got disaffected students here, we stir a little bit and we can get them to do what we want, and that'll affect internal politics in the United States.
It is. I mean, it is absolutely extraordinary. I mean, I'm certainly going to be going on. There's a pro-Palestinian march in London on Saturday. I will be attending as someone, openly opposed to Hamas. That's how I'll go as opposed to openly Jewish. I'm openly atheist, openly opposed to Hamas. But I think more right-thinking people should be there to make a statement. Protesting against the activities of a foreign government, absolutely legitimate. I defend people's right to protest. But when people in this country are intimidated because of their faith, sorry, that's not going to fly.